Assassination Classroom. Not all animes are meant to be bangers. Once you complete a very heavy anime, I take small breaks and have an anime I can watch as like background noise, something silly, something a little lighthearted, watch a few episodes here and there before you go to bed. Let's be honest, 2023 was hard. Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia, the grand finale of Attack on Titan, Vinland Saga, Baki, Dr. Stone, you get it, right? There are a bunch of crazy animes that you needed to pay attention to in detail, or you'll miss one hell of a story. After so much detail, you need a reset. And that is where Assassination Classroom shines. It's where it comes into play. It's only 2 seasons, and all of the episodes are 20 to 25 minutes long. It's just a wholesome, fun manga. Wholesome, fun anime. It's like a concept that I've never seen before either, which is rare. I've been watching anime for over a decade, and this one is different. It takes a bunch of kids who are classified as E-class or N-class, and these students are part of this prestigious program. They're put up against one another. You have Class A, B, C, and D. This is an elite and privileged group of middle schoolers. They have a ridiculous success rate, and they are nationally ranked. To be put in the E-class is essentially being subjugated to getting kicked out of the program as a whole and essentially sent to a public school. With the E-class or N-class pretty much being rejects, a challenge arises. And that challenge is the tentacle octopus known as Korosensei. Now, this is an older anime, and we got to give it respects. Again, this is nothing that I've ever seen before, even though this anime is almost 10 years old. But it had me immediately hooked in. He's a cheeky, large, yellow octopus alien who's pretty much set on a timeline to destroy Earth. He shows his power and determination by essentially nuking the moon in a display of power. He isn't mean or violent, but by following the march of E-class and saying, hey, if you don't assassinate me, I will blow up Earth. Here's the caveat, though. Korosensei is a genius and the best teacher for a bunch of kids who are supposed to be shamed and blackballed for being in the class. Now they have him. In this anime, there are a number of characters. There's like 24, 26, 28, and they all are going to play an integral role to try to assassinate their teacher, Korosensei. So the main characters, you got Nagi-san-kun, who I guess you could say is the main character. He is an unassuming kid with blue hair. You have Karma, who is essentially the bad boy. In the opening scene, he's the only one to injure Korosensei. Then you have Kurosama, who is an ex-Navy SEAL of Japan's military intelligence, who has put control and tasks to pretty much show the kids how and why they are chosen. And then you have Irina, which is Bitch Sensei. It's comedy. It's hilarious. They call her Bitch Sensei for the entirety of the show. She is the number 2 assassin in Japan. A busty, blonde lady with huge jugs, and they call her Bitch Sensei. This is a 6th grade middle school assassination classroom, and the entire time, Irina is called Bitch Sensei. I can't get over it. It's some of the funniest things I've ever seen in an anime. So being it's a reset anime does not mean it's a bad thing. Like, you can be watching 1 or 2 or 3 episodes, and then boom, you're 9 episodes deep. The balance of such a simple plot that later leads into some real dark scenes, it's perfect. The process of this anime is hilarious, and you don't necessarily need to watch them all in order. If you miss an episode or if you miss a scene here and there, it's not going to be the end of the world. It's something that you can kind of jump around to. Another one, spoiler, no characters die. No main characters die. The final pro to this anime is it came out, like I said, 2015 or 16, so it's more traditional and slightly gritty. What I mean by that is you get the teardrop effect, the slight pervy undertone by Korosensei, busty bras like Irina, and plenty more. Perfectly executed sound bits. Y'all know I'm a sucker for a good song and some silly, cheeky characters. Well, this one does it. The only con with this anime is that they didn't release a 3rd season because it could definitely go on forever. The premise is funny and simple, so you can just keep adding on and on and on. Similar to South Park, they can just make episodes and they can make them funny. Like, in the middle of the season 2, they go to space randomly. Silly stuff like that. They make giant Jell-O pudding. Silly things that an anime can just turn into something pure comic. Now to the man himself that this anime was made around, Korosensei. Korosensei is an antagonist and the protagonist. He won't let his students down, point blank period. He helps them motivate them, bring them laughter, and teaches them about everything in their own way. Anything that he can nitpick amongst each student, he makes sure that he does it correctly. He teaches them about biology, strength, stamina, real world lesson type things. And he's also constantly reminding them that they're here for one purpose, and that's to assassinate him. Whilst doing all this, though, he's making them better people. If they're having body image issues, if they don't know what they want to do with their life, he is there. It's a double-edged sword. He's a good guy, but he knows indefinitely that he will have to be assassinated. Some of the episodes will have you hunched over, dying in tears because Korosensei's superpowers are just funny. He has this cheeky human skin that he wears that is eerie yet hilarious. Some of his other superpowers is that he can go Mach 20. He also can make images of himself. Everything that he does is a comic relief. He is an emote character. He makes silly, cheeky faces. One of the funniest things that he does is he changes colors depending on his mood. Pink, yellow, green, stripes, all black, red. It's different affects, it's different emotions with every part of Korosensei. Again, just because it's a reset anime doesn't make it bad. And I hate to beat this dead horse, but the show was written very, very well. Short and simple in Assassination Classroom. All right? Let me tell you about Korosensei. He's a creep. He likes dirty magazines, big-breasted women. He zigs and zags out of frame at Mach 20 when he's doing something bad when he gets nervous. But, just like all, there is a dark story to him. His origin story is that he was classified as the Reaper. He was alone doing killing sprees. And once he finally got caught, he was genetically modified. Had many tests ran upon him, and he was a guinea pig for the government, testing his genes over and over and over again until his body was forced to change, until his DNA was forced to change. He didn't care about anybody but himself. But then he met a lady. And just with any other lady, some things escalate. Now, I don't want to spoil too much, but the lady that he meets has a younger sister, and she may or may not be involved inside the assassination classroom. It is a very good turn, and it's very good, and it teaches Korosensei that he doesn't have to be alone. It teaches Korosensei he can be more than a killer. He can apply that same mental fortitude of being an assassin in the same light as she did, and that is becoming a teacher. And like I said, it gets dark, so here comes the spoiler. So, she ends up dying, and he has to become the best teacher of all time. It's dark, but it's part of anime. You know that turn was coming. Now let's get back to the fun stuff. With the perfect inputs from Irina, a.k.a. Bitch Sensei, the big-breasted broad who you really can't grasp due to her being a young assassin, but it's funny like I said. There's so much more. The last 8 episodes, they try to tug away at your heartstrings. I'm talking full-on onion action. We get a twist that closes it all out, and like I said, it doesn't leave any room for a 3rd season. It's a low-key, fun sleeper anime that everybody needs to watch. It's lighthearted. It's a good reset anime. I hope you all enjoy as much as I do. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sitting around for the review. Let me know in the comments if you've seen Assassination's Classroom. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. We're knocking on 150 subs, posting videos every week. I'm an anime kid. It's what I do. Follow me on IG, Threads, all that jazz at DTBURDETTE. Until next time.